Moving on to Cringe of the Week. All right, first clip of Cringe of the Week. The woman is held hostage by her now trans husband.
Yeah.
This was in Culture last week. This is probably one of the craziest clips Space Latin's ever sent us.
Everybody's been asking, how did Priscilla handle your transition? How did you handle my transition in the beginning?
In the beginning, with love, acceptance, and compassion, because I didn't want you to take your life.
Which is like the most manipulative thing ever.
Yeah.
Love, acceptance, because I didn't want you to kill yourself because you said you would, so I basically had to go along with whatever you said.
Yeah, I was trapped. I had to.
Yeah.
So you stayed alive because
Like,
I loved you when you were a man.
And he's going like as if it's like a progressive thing.
Yeah.
I got one.
So it's been really awesome for my freedom and my independence, but at the same time, I totally have moments of missing my big, strong man. Now we share life as friends.
And makeup.
And makeup and hair and
And as much as I want to
going
share
out
clothes, I don't fit them.
and checking out boys.
We don't do that.
We don't do yes, we do.
All the time.
That face, like for a second they caught her where she went like,
Yeah, I don't think you can hide that.
yeah, that's the real giveaway. She did the like,
You can't, I don't think you can fake genuine joy.
you can't.
Yeah, and so
And that's what that is. And does that look like she's faking genuine joy to everyone in the audience? Yes. Authenticity meters, rock bottom. She misses her macho man sometimes. But now they get to check out boys. So
and share makeup. And as much as this guy would like to share clothes, but he's
he doesn't fit.
I think this person is like a WWE wrestler or something, right? Like they're like doing it, like they're doing a social media thing, like where it's like, this is our quirky relationship.
Yeah.
Like, come follow us.
It's happening in live time. Watch the eventual downward spiral. Hopefully
Yeah.
not, but
Hopefully, you know, at first she was worried about suicide, you know, and I'm a little more worried about murder suicide.
oh, that's so true.
So
if she were to,
No slander here, but you know, that's kind of where my mind goes. That's just like a personal opinion type thing.
if those were options on the stock market, they would not be trading at a penny.
It'd be a small premium, but that's it, you know.
All right, moving on. Next thing, the post-penis surgery trans arm.
Yeah, so I'll read this to you. It says 4.5 years after bottom fallow surgery, which we've covered on the podcast. Now it's unknown if I can continue to type on a computer. And the guy, the trying to be a guy, posted this image of his hand.
So
That's
it is disgusting. He can't work on a computer. His arm doesn't, and hands don't really work anymore. His penis probably doesn't work at all.
Almost
ever.
surely doesn't work.
And we're not making fun of anyone's problems or whatever people are going through, but that is some Pinocchio ass shit.
What do you mean?
Like the skinny arm.
Oh,
and
the
big,
glove?
or the hand where you have like the skinny hand.
That's Mickey Mouse shit.
That's a Mickey Mouse Pinocchio ass shit.
Okay.
That's just what it looks like.
Yeah, they can't show this to people enough. I'm sure when you get to the Vanderbilt gender clinic, this isn't one of the things they show you.
Yeah.
The gender affirming care they give doesn't provide. Oh yeah, and then small thing, you know, just some of the pitfalls. You might have Pinocchio ass hand, and your dick won't work, and it'll all be for nothing, and you'll hate your life.
Yeah, exactly. The pamphlet just shows the smiling people with like the smiling men with the beard and the flat chest now. Like that's what the pamphlet shows.
Yeah.
The interesting thing between the right and the left when it comes to the trans debate, the right wants to let parents decide what's best for their kids. Mm-hmm. The left is saying that they should let kids decide what's best for themselves because they're scared the kid's going to commit suicide or something. So there's basically saying...
That's a common thread.
Yeah, that's the common theme, the common thread. And they're basically saying kids can decide for themselves, which is basically saying kids can consent, which is a slippery slope that eventually leads to like sexual exploitation of children because you're saying in one instance kids can consent, and that's like a slippery slope. We saw what happened with gay marriage. It ended with the woodshop yammers guy.
Yeah. Yeah, it ended with woodshop teacher big titties. So, I mean, the slope, we're sliding down it right now.
We are currently sliding down a very slippery slope.
And Republicans are kind of just like, hey, can we end the slope here? Like, let's just stop it right here. And then, like, that's our bottom. The bottom's in.
And they're like,
no, let's see how it plays out.
You have to call them that on legal documents.
Hide it from their parents, call it on legal documents, and hide it from the parents.
Yeah. Next clip or next screenshot, this person needs help because they're getting misgendered.
Yeah, it says, I don't know what else to do to not be misgendered. I've tried so hard. Nails, jewelry, hairbands, purse, hair, and still get called sir. Any ideas?
We have some ideas. We are not making, first thing, we're not making fun of this person.
This is a genuine help
This
situation.
is a genuine call for help. This person is sad. I feel bad. I feel for their sadness. We are going to help this person pass as female with some real tips.
Okay.
Some real advice.
Okay, what do you got?
First, throw a bow in your hair.
Yeah, pretty.
Soften yourself up a little bit. A little blush wouldn't kill you. Maybe get some acrylic long nails. Get those toes out and paint them. Get those toes out. Maybe throw on some heels, some open toe heels.
Is this like the backwards world where you say stuff that's going to expose this person even more?
No, not at all. I am trying to help.
Okay, what else you got?
Long curl nails. Try your best to get the first word in when you're talking to people so you can kind of plant the seed. So it's like, you know where a guy like me can catch a cab around here?
Okay.
That's pretty good.
That's helpful. And then in the soft voice, in the woman voice that you do.
You're ordering a drink. This lady needs some rosé pronto. What's the bartender's gonna say? Okay, ma'am. Like, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
You get to it first.
Fair.
Don't give them a choice. Talk to people with masks on. Those are your allies.
That's true.
They believe you.
Yeah,
Those
that's
are
true.
your go-to people. Get more vaccines.
Easy
The
one.
nurses have to call you whatever you want to be called.
Yeah.
You
Move
can
to
get there.
Canada.
Move to Canada, get some more vaccines, talk to the nurses. Oh, us ladies need to stick together. That's how you get it done. You always have to have the I'm a lady bits prepared.
First, early.
Exactly.
I get that. I get
You
that.
got a little repertoire. That's how I live my life, just different.
Yeah.
Talk to the kids. Kids don't know anything and are easily confused. If you tell them you're a lady, you can probably convince them they're a great audience because they can't really think.
They can't think. They can't leave, usually, if they're in groups. Start talking to kids.
Tell the kids you're a lady and they'll go, okay. And then there you go. Work on the next generation.
You know what my tip is going to be? Giant fake cans.
I had a feeling that you weren't over that yet.
Yeah, I'm weaning off. But yeah, you know, it's an easy go-to. There's
almost
no
back to
mistake
normal.
there. Nobody mistakes him.
Hello, man, lady.
Your tongue rolls out and you fold it back in.
Hello, lady.
Yeah.
All right. We are out of that part of Cringe of the Week. We're into the second part of Cringe of the Week. This is like a double Cringe of the Week, kind of. A guy says the N-word by accident on a ring cam. Check this out.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, sorry to bother you. I'm Fernando. I work with Peak Energy. We're a few doors down. We're in 1845.
Okay.
So we do solar around here. We're just coming around talking to niggers. Sorry, dude. Neighbors. I apologize, man.
He just closes
No, man,
the
that
door
wasn't
on
even-
him. At least the guy who heard it didn't punch him or something.
Yeah.
He just closes the door and that guy kind of calls it a day and moves on.
That's an easy out. If you're the homeowner and you're like, I don't really care about solar right now, it's like, dude, he said it. Like, I'm out.
Yeah, you
know?
don't have to even listen. You
Yeah,
just
I'm
close the
done.
door.
I don't even have to respect him.
It's crazy because, like, as someone who says the N-word a lot, would you ever accidentally say it by accident, Richard?
What? I thought you were talking about you as someone who says the N-word a lot.
I was talking about you. You would never say it by accident, right?
Never. Never.
Oh, so this is like, I guess this is like the systematic racism that we've heard so much about. This
Yeah.
is like the boogeyman, the racist boogeyman. This like guy trying to sell you Duke Energy is the one holding you down.
Yeah, pretty much. The salesman trying to impress you is the one who's really beating you down and oppressing you, I guess.
Yeah, D.L. Hewley probably sees it and he's like,
Again?
That's what we have to deal with.
Yeah.
And then this is interesting because there's a new potential Amazon show that's going to come out that's going to use the Ring doorbells and the Amazon doorbell things to create like a TV show. So it's going to be stuff like this. But also when like all those cameras are used for the Amazon show, it kind of proves my theory that I'm living in the Truman Show.
Yeah.
So the odds I'm
Kind
living
of.
in the Truman Show kind of just went up as well.
Do you want to elaborate on that? I don't think you've talked about that very much to the audience. You think you're in the Truman Show?
I'm
You think
100%
everything's...
in the Truman Show. I just don't have solid proof.
Okay.
And now that everyone is going to be like with their merging audience with like creator and audience are becoming the same thing.
Yeah.
And that's going to kind of
That line is being blurred a lot.
and that proves that I am, in fact, audience creator myself, combined into one Truman Show. Everything revolves around me. I catch people all the time, powered off, and if I'm not around, like when I'm not around and you're at your place, do you just like power down and wait for me to come back around?
No, I hang out with like my real friends. Like I'm on the job right now.
Got it.
To be with you. Like, and I'm like the best friend from the Truman Show. Like I'm your handler.
But you're the one who knows everything and kind of like reports back to the bosses and says like, oh, he's kind of figuring it out. Or nah, we're good. He doesn't know what's going on.
No, because you're so schizo that it's like, I just go, he's schizo again. And then it's like, we do the Truman Show again the next day.
Interesting.
Yeah. And what was I going to say about the Truman Show? So how do you explain the podcast on the Truman Show that you just like upload it and it goes to nowhere and nobody watches it? And then they put numbers on your YouTube and they go, oh, he's doing it.
YouTube is in on it.
Okay.
And then all the companies and sponsors are all made up.
Okay, that's fair.
And it's just all to make me not lose it and figure it out. But I'm pretty much 99.9% sure I know what it is.
Yep. Yeah. Which is why you love Ovaltine so much. Ovaltine, the chocolate milk drink that gets
I never really watched the movie.
They try to do ad reads like during conversations.
Oh,
like,
interesting.
So they would do like product placement.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
All right, last piece of cringe. Lizzo defiled some American history. She went on stage and was given James Madison's flute.
Yeah, from like a crystal flute from 1820.
Which has never really been played before. They gave it to her, and then she's like, oh, I'm twerking and playing the flute.
And I think like they needed literally Secret Service and the Capitol Police to bring it to her. It was like we spent 10 grand in taxpayer dollars on this.
That's very interesting. Yeah, sure, let it play.
So she's got the flute. She's
She should have spiked it and said, that's racism. This ends now. There was no James Madison. Everything you need to know is from the last 20 years. That's it.
It's so funny because Lizzo is a talented person. And she just does pig shit. It's like, I just twerked and blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, you're fucking 300. You're 330. I'm upping my prediction. She's 330.
She's 330.
So it's just crazy to me.
Yeah, it is. And she's a person who pushes like the racial division for sure a lot. And I think she's the perfect person to do it because the powers that be need racial division. And they probably got in her ear and they're like, Lizzo, the white man don't want to see a big girl like you succeed. They don't want to see you on stage. They want to take you down. Like, this is your time. And she's like, yeah, that's all I need to know about like history or racism or whatever. Like, yeah, the old white man don't want to see a big Lizzo on stage. Which, like, no one really cares if your songs are good. They're good. I used to like Lizzo. I listened to her in 2019 before anyone else figured it out.
Exactly.
And it was great. I liked it.
And you know what's funny? There's kind of like a undeniable thing where if you're a fatty, like Lizzo, right? Or like Luke Combs, right? Those people who are just like fat, it's like, yeah, they have talent. They blew through like 6 levels of like mid-level people being like, he doesn't have the look. She doesn't have the body for this. Like, you know, they blew through and they broke through those barriers. But to make it all about being a pig, like, you know, they lead with like, she's so beautiful. Like the fake world of it is what bothers me. It's like, let's be honest. Like she's successful despite being morbidly me.
Despite,
you know, it's like a despite thing. It's not like what got her there or whatever.
But the racial division she's pushing, she's the perfect patsy for that.
Yeah.
She's the perfect patsy for it.
Yeah.
And she does a great job at it. That takes us out of our cringe of the week and takes us into